Hello everyone and welcome back to another AppThunder.net Clash of Clans commentary. Now today you might be noticing that I'm actually at the 2100 Purple Division trophy bracket. And usually if you have been following my other videos, I usually sit at the 1500 trophy bracket, but today I did decided to push up, and a lot of you guys have asked me to push and see what it's like to farm at a higher level. Now I did decide to switch my tactic a little because some of you guys have learned the barbarian method, the low upkeep troop method that I was tooting about earlier, and asked me to switch my style. So now I'm going to be using the giant and healer method. Basically, you just use your giants to tank and your healers behind your giant to heal your giants. And then you deploy your archers and goblins, and hopefully all your opponent's defenses are focused on your giants, so your healers and your goblins can go to town without being attacked. So this tactic is fairly strong. It did get me up 600 trophies, but I'd say the only drawback is I find myself using a fair amount of lightning spells if there are air defenses in the middle, because your healers are air units, so they are susceptible to air attacks. Now let's take a look at my army composition. You'll notice that I actually use 10 giants and 2 healers and 2 wall breakers, and the rest are 40 goblins and 86 archers. Now none of my healers, giants, or wall breakers are actually maxed, so by no means do you need to be maxed to be at this level range. And I am pretty successful at this level range. You'll see that I do raid mostly 200k to 300k resources of either gold or elixir, and I do get a fair amount of dark elixir. So definitely don't be taken back by not having maxed out troops. You don't need it, but it definitely helps. Now I did add in 2 wall breakers. Some may say this is optional, but I find it useful to have just in case you do need to break down a wall. Usually your giants can work on walls pretty easily, but sometimes you just need to get through a wall at a different section, and then you can send your goblins in. So I find that having 2 wall breakers is always useful. So first you definitely want to deploy your giants using this tactic, and then later on you send in your healers behind your giants. But like I said earlier, the main drawback is the fact that there are air defenses in the middle of most bases, and those can wipe out your healers before they have time to actually before your giants have time to take out all of your opponent's defenses. So what I do is I have 4 lightning spells handy, and for me it takes 3 lightning spells at my level to actually destroy 1 air defense. So this does require me to use 60 gold right off the bat for the 3 lightning spells. But you'll notice that I did decide to attack this base, and this base does have almost 200k gold and almost 300k elixir, and roughly 700 dark elixir. So I'd say this is a fairly resource-packed base, and I definitely want to attack into this if I can loot everything. And keep in mind that these buildings on the side, you definitely want to pick them off, because unlike before where I was trying to stay at the 1500 trophy bracket, now we're actually trying to move up as much as possible, because this is a trophy push. And the higher up we go, you actually get a higher reward. And usually I find that higher level bases definitely store more resources, because they need more resources when they're upgrading. So at a lower level, you might not find as many bases with as much resources. So at first, I am going to use my lightning spells to destroy this one air defense. Now the other air defenses around the base, you can actually take out with your giants or with archers. But what you do want to watch out for is the clan troops and also the barbarian king, as they do take out your giants pretty quickly. So you want to draw them out and hopefully kill them if they aren't in the middle. In this case, they're pretty well protected in the middle, so it's actually hard to draw out any troops if there are any. So what I am going to do is I'm going to deploy all my giants to take out this 1 air defense, and then deploy my healers just in time to heal the giants before they take too much damage. Now I do like to deploy my barbarian king and my archer queen at this time, because they can work on the opponent's barbarian king, and also they can actually receive some healing from the healers. while breaking down the wall. So I am going to use the 2 wall breakers here, and the other giants are going to work on this side. So like I said, the wall breakers do come in handy sometimes, if you do choose to use them. Now, like I said, you want to pick off these outside buildings because you are going for trophies at this point. If you aren't going for trophies and you try to lower your trophy count, by all means you can just sit back and save your archers for the inside buildings. Now, you'll notice that I do deploy my archers in clumps and not all at once because sometimes your archers will still be targeted, even though mostly you want your giants to be targeted. But once your giants start dying, that is the time to send in everything, because at that point you don't want your opponent's defenses targeting your archers or your goblins. The whole point of having giants and healers is to tank damage. So at this point I am going to send in everything, and I did notice that I took out most of their elixir, and there is still some gold left, but a fair amount has been taken out, and this did recover all the costs of upkeep for this battle. And also I gained 2 stars, so I'd say this is a fairly successful raid in terms of gaining trophies and also in terms of gaining resources, because this army composition actually is more cost intensive than the previous one, because healers actually cost a fair amount. And also giants, using 10 giants does use a lot more resources than I would have if I only use barbarians. Having the combination of giant and healer definitely costs more. But you also gain more at this level, and I find it easier to actually rank up in terms of trophies with giants and healers, because naturally they're just stronger units than barbarians. So if you are using the barbarian method to rank up, I'd say give it a shot, or give the giant and healer method a shot and see how it goes. It might be easier, but you do have to take into account that they do cost more elixir. So this raid did give me almost 300k elixir, 700 dark elixir, and 100k gold. So I did use 60k on the 3 lightning spells, so I gained about 50k gold, and this troop method, this giant and healer troop method, actually cost me a fair amount of elixir, so I'd say I only gained about 200 plus elixir, which is fairly good. But if I were using barbarians, I probably could have gained more, but then again you run the risk of having your barbarians die before the battle ends. So I feel the barbarian method is sort of rushed. You want to send everything in all at once, whereas the giant method, you can take your time and you actually want to deploy your units in smaller clumps more slowly, and less spread thin. So at this level I do get 13k bonus of each resource. I don't get any dark elixir, but that's fine, as if you do move up too high, you start being attacked by really high level bases, and I did have a video where I was attacked by 2 golems, pekkas, and also dragons that I do want to show you guys, so I'll definitely upload that at some point. But definitely stay tuned, because we are going to have a giveaway on iTunes gift cards for all different countries. I do have, I believe, 5 $10 gift cards, 1 $20 gift card, and 1 $50 gift card for iTunes, or it might be $25 gift card. So definitely stay tuned. We're going to have a giveaway for all of our subscribers. If you aren't subscribed yet, please subscribe. You just click the little button below this video. Please subscribe, and definitely stay tuned for more videos. And I hope you enjoyed this cast, and I will be bringing you some more different strategies. If you do have a video that you want to send, you can find the link at the description. It's submit@appthunder.net. Definitely send in anything you have that's interesting, and I'd be happy to cast it. Thanks a lot for watching. This is appthunder.net signing out.